So one of the goals that I had for 2025 was to show up on YouTube, and I had this big grand plan and this rollout and all these ideas of like what I was gonna do and how I was gonna do it. And I was going strong for probably about a solid 2 months. And after that, nothing. I just lost passion. I lost the drive to continue to post, and I lost the reason as to why I was doing it. And as I reflected and thought about what I wanted to do differently in 2026, I still could not get past this idea of showing up on YouTube. I really believe that there's more to it than just posting videos, that there's personal growth in it, that you learn about yourself, that you change, that you push past the suck. Like there's so many things that are so great about YouTube. And I think that's part of why I have this drive to do it. But when I thought back on the reason that I kind of just gave up and quit, the truth of the matter is that I was deathly afraid. I was afraid that I wouldn't succeed. I was afraid that I wouldn't fail. I was afraid that people wouldn't like my content. I was afraid that I would burn out, which I did. There were so many things that I was afraid of. And honestly, if I'm being transparent, it kind of pissed me off that I was so afraid of a bunch of things that I couldn't control. So while I was journaling for 2026, I had this epiphany. What if my breakthrough is right around the corner? Like all of these things had to happen in order for me to get to a place where I realized that I was done with being afraid. I'm done with caring about people's opinions of me. I'm done trying to pursue people's appreciation. I'm done with all of that. And I wonder, maybe you're like me and you have reached this precipice, this point where you're like, I am so sick of not achieving the goals that I have because of fear. Then I want you to be encouraged and to know that your breakthrough is probably around the corner. And how do I know that? Because you keep showing up. You keep trying, you keep ideating, you keep trying to figure out how to make that thing work. You haven't given up on it. And as long as you have breath in your lungs and a brain that functions and works and has ideas, that thing that you're trying to get is right around the corner. It's always right around the corner, but you have to keep running and keep pursuing whatever that is. And you can't quit. You have to be crazy enough to keep going and be unrelenting. And that's something that I've realized about myself is while I might fall short, I have an unrelenting drive and an unrelenting spirit. And the only time I'm down and out is if I give up. And if you are looking at 2026 and you have an idea or you have a future or you have a goal in mind, and it might be what you had for 2025. Heck, it might be what you had for 2020, maybe 1998, I don't know. But if you clicked on this video, I want you to know that that dream or that goal that you have, it is not too late. Until the breath in your lungs leaves and the life in your eyes goes away, it is not too late to chase after that goal and go get what you're trying to get. And I think the thing that you and I have in common is that we hate pain, but we have to learn how to embrace the pain. We have to learn how to embrace the suck. The parts that are not good, the parts that stink, the parts that are boring, the parts that aren't as glamorous and sexy and awesome. Like we have to embrace those. Why? Because those are the moments where we grow. That's the actual area of gain. It's not the numbers, it's not the money, it's not the status, it's not the lights. It's those mundane, boring moments that we grow the most because those moments require discipline. Those moments require excellence. Those moments require integrity. And the reality is, if we aren't with in those moments, then we'll never grow at all. And I think what scares me the most about my goals is it's going to require me to grow up way more than I really want to. But I think in 2026 that I'm committed to the growth. And if you're committed to growth, I I want you to put growth in the comments. Let me know, what's something that you want to do this year? And I know New Year's resolutions are cheesy and they don't always work, but I'm curious to know, like, what is something that you want to achieve this year? Thanks for watching, and enjoy a cup of coffee. Hopefully yours tastes good like mine does too.